John Wick 5 has a nearly impossible task to accomplish. I'm excited for John Wick 5, but I'm worried that it won't be able to provide a better ending than the fourth film. I was shocked when Keanu Reeves' iconic character seemingly died at the end of John Wick, Chapter 4. Since the fourth movie was never announced as the last film in the franchise, I was not expecting anything that bad to happen to John Wick. This is precisely why the ending of John Wick, Chapter 4, was so effective. However, it has since been confirmed that a fifth film is in development. Not long after the fourth movie's release, the upcoming John Wick 5 was announced. Even though Lionsgate claimed that it was developing a fifth movie, I never fully believed it since both Reeves and franchise director Chad Stahelski expressed doubts. For a long time, it seemed like the fourth film would be the last John Wick movie, but that all changed in April. At CinemaCon 2025, it was once again confirmed that John Wick 5 is in development. This is obviously exciting, but I'm worried that John Wick 5 won't be able to top the ending of the fourth movie. John Wick's decision to come out of retirement and seek revenge against the Tarasovs in the first film had major repercussions. Before the events of the first movie, John Wick left the world of assassins behind and was able to live a peaceful life, which is rare for people in his line of work. However, after the death of both his wife and his dog, John Wick comes out of retirement. This leads to the High Table being after Reeves' character for most of the series. In the fourth film, the High Table sends Kane, who is played by Donnie Yen, to put John Wick down for good. Even though Kane doesn't necessarily want to kill John, the High Table threatens to harm his daughter if he doesn't listen to them. This leads to their duel at the end of the fourth film. Even though John Wick manages to kill the Marcus in the fourth movie, he also gets shot and seemingly succumbs to his wounds. Even though he dies, John clearly has a peaceful final few moments, which was a great ending for his character. In the fourth movie, John Wick dies as the sun rises. After his emotional death, some of his closest allies, such as Winston and the Bowery King, visit his grave. During this scene, there are undoubtedly clues that John Wick is actually alive. Since the release of John Wick, Chapter 4, fans have been theorizing that he survived the gunshot wound and is actually in hiding. Since John Wick 5 is now officially confirmed, this seems to be the case. However, if John Wick truly is alive, then the upcoming fifth movie will have to explain how he survived his wound and why he decided to go into hiding. After the incredible ending of the fourth movie, John Wick 5 risks criticism if it doesn't provide a good reason for how John is still alive. Since John Wick's story with the High Table has concluded, the fifth movie will start a new era for the series. However, hopefully Stahelski and Reeves have a good reason for bringing John Wick back from the dead. As seen in the first movie, John Wick coming out of retirement was a big deal. Assassins all over the world heard about his return, which seemingly ensured that John would never be able to return to his peaceful life. While it is not clear how John Wick survived his gunshot wound at the end of the fourth movie, he has seemingly been able to once again go into retirement and find some peace. This is great, but means he will need to have a great reason to come out of retirement again in John Wick 5. Stahelski has teased that the fifth movie will not deal with the High Table, which is an important piece of information. While it is hard to predict exactly what John Wick 5 will be about, perhaps it will tell a more personal story about the titular assassin. For example, rather than fighting for his own safety, I think it would be amazing to see John Wick protect someone else in the fifth movie. Telling a Last of Us or Logan-style story in the John Wick franchise would be great, and also differentiate the fifth movie from the series' other films. It's possible that John Wick 5 will start a new era for the series. However, I think it's much more likely that it will actually end up being the final movie in the series. After all, Reeves has stressed that he's not confident his knees can handle another John Wick film. Reeves is undeniably one of the best action stars in the world, but he is now 60 years old. Clearly, Reeves decided he still has enough in him to make John Wick 5, but I wouldn't be surprised if he officially decides to retire the character after its release.